Now from the home of the Dog Pound, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Cleveland Browns. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
Let's go. Red 38. Shot. Right blue.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch out now. 50, 45. 10 cycles. Blaster. 6. Rail. Yellow. Black shot. Ready.
Back to throw. Green. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Browns at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Claws red. Black ultra. Ready.
On first down, here's Judkins. They're tackled by Nakobe Dean. You look at this Raiders defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8.
White. Blue stripe. Yellow.
Looking to throw. Green. Now he's going to step up and run. This will be caught. Judy. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
This offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
Slide blue.
Back to throw now on first down. We'll swing this out to Judkins. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
ready. Drill, green, 45. What? Ready.
Back to throw. Green. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Ready. Set, cut.
Back to throw again. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick here is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Looking to put a drive together. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there for Vegas. 41 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. You look at this Browns defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power, to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Adams, the man in motion right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
It's 4th down.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. Now Mendoza throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter.
Black ultra. Red, yellow. Set cut.
An inside run with Judkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Let's go now. 10 plus drill green. Hut, hut.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 8.
Nothing after one on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Claws, 10. Watch out now. 6, black, 95.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Green 45, white. 6, white, white. Needle blue. Flight blue. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Green. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
43. 10 cycles. Blaster, stick, black shot. Go red. Set.
Looking to throw. Green. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10.
Ready.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Steel, black, rail, yellow. Set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run.
Now a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Mendoza out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now they'll audible to something else. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Across the 30-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. In motion, the tight end. And here's Mendoza from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. It's caught here by Adams. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off-play action. Mendoza. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Las Vegas, first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Operating from the gun. Mendoza. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
But partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And the Raiders have got it. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Green. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Into the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's go. Watch out now. Red, 38. Smash, red. Blue striker.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And seeing no options. He just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Red, yellow, red, blue, 32. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Ready. Clock, 6, here I shot, you. Yellow, white, yellow, zoom. Set.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Well, ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be fourth down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
Well, that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You could tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Mendoza throwing to start the drive. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. The slot man in motion right. Back to throw. Mendoza. Over the middle, hooks up with the tight end Bowers. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brock Bowers, 60 yards. And the Raiders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Browns drive about to get started. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change their mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
A tackle made by J.T. Woods.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 2nd down and 8.
Set, ready. Yellow, 22. Claws, blue is striking. Fury, yellow, slice blue. Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And it is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Steel, black. Spike, 60.
Give up the middle. Jenkins. Nifty move. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
12 more yards. That's another Browns first down.
Blue, 32, 22 deal.
25-yard line.
Now they'll shift things around. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Set, hut. 10 black. Ready.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
50, 52 blue. Blaster, 6. Spike, white. Slice blue.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And man, he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jerry Jeudy from 13 yards out. And the Browns have taken the lead. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas, about set to begin the drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. That little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense? Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Benson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
First down, Raiders.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34.
First down, Las Vegas.
He'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And he'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down and 6 now. Operating from the gun, Mendoza. That's caught. It's Dante Thornton. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Las Vegas, first down. It's a gain of 10. And a Las Vegas first down.
Back to throw. Mendoza. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Rifles one, and that's going to be... Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step toward forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. as they come to the line. They will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6.
Striker. Set. Ready. Yellow. 43. Red. Cycle. Black shot. Claws red. Hut, hut.
Looking to throw. Green. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now he's going to slip up and run. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Judkins going to run it out of the gun. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
7-yard gain. That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Rail. Yellow. Red. Cycle. Set.
Back to throw. Green. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10.
Yellow. Ready. Black shot. Yellow. 43. Claws red. Set.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
10 black. Field black. Green jack.
Green from the gun on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Striker. Red. 38. White. White. Blaster. 6. Light blue. Black ultra. Drill green. Ready. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Green. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll give the Browns a first down.
Hey, Rash, smack, 52 blue. Smack, 6, mega. Hut, hut.
Looking to throw. Green. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Black, 95. Shot, 17. Gold pink, fuse, yellow. Red, yellow. Black shot, red, cycle. Ready?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. Back to throw now on 1st down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Down. Black 40.
Operating from the gun. Green. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Mendoza now. From the gun, he'll throw. Completes this one to Thornton. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The dog pound barking as loud as they can here. 3rd down. And now an audible here into something else. He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
Well, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now as to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass taken in by his big tight end. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. Open man here is Benson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page. Now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
19 Lions. Buffalo 18. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He finds his man complete. It's Benson. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Trouble 30. Dog red. Black ultra. Drill green.
to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll lift to throw. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
On the set.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Yes, blaster. Sit. Sit. Mega. Hut.
Back to throw. Green. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Black, 95. Watch out now. 60 Fury. Go red. Fury. Yellow. Set.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Las Vegas, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the